Welcome to Airborne on staugustine.com, bringing interesting people from your world so you can stay dialed into your community and the folks who make it tick. I want to welcome from the St. Augustine Record, the sports department, right? JustinBarney,
Yes,
how
sir.
are you?
Very good.
Good
Very
to
good. Thank
have
you
you.
for having me today.
Hey, it's good to have one of the sports guys from the Record. I love the work you guys do.
Thank you. Yeah, it keeps us busy.
I read it religiously, and we're coming up on my favorite time of the year, football season, huh?
Yeah, I think you speak for the majority. Everybody's favorite time of the year is football season, and football is such a year-round sport now, and it's kind of the pinnacle of it with kickoff just a week and a half away.
Most folks, maybe from outside this area, since we're on the World Wide Web, may not recognize or realize how high school football is so important to our area.
It's not, St. Augustine and St. Johns County is a relatively small, compact area, and everybody in this community, from the northwest all the way down to the southern part, Menendez, and even right over in the border in Flagler County, really seizes on football. It really unites an entire county. I don't care who you root for. You're just a fan of the game. That's what we like to see.
And again, folks who are checking in on the web, because staugustine.com has a broad audience, may not know that Mr. Tebow played in this county, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Tebow has done more for St. Johns County and the recognition. We have always had good football in St. Johns County, just not the attention. The attention was not there, kind of sandwiched in between Daytona and Jacksonville, and you don't associate good football in between. It's always here or there, the sandwich parts. And Tebow really did shine a bright light and pulling people into the great football in St. Johns County.
I remember his signing was in a national event on ESPN, but we now have someone actually even higher ranked, don't we?
That's right. Tony Stewart of Menendez rankings were released in June, and he debuted the highest debut for any prep athlete, football athlete in county history, and that's even higher than Tim Tebow. Tim was in the 20s by Rivals.com in his senior year in 2005. Tony Stewart ranked by Rivals number 2 in the country, not just not in the county, not in the state, but 2 in the nation. So that's a very impressive feat for Tony Stewart and Menendez.
Have you seen him play?
He is the real deal.
Yeah?
He is the real deal.
What stands out to you as a sports guy? What do you see?
He is, a word I kind of put on him is just an assassin. I mean, he goes after the ball. It's like a magnet to the ball. I mean, some of the plays he makes, even from behind the play, he comes back and he's able to just track down the ball carrier. And coaches say the same thing. He is just that good.
Wow. You can see it. Again, my son is a student of Menendez, and you can't miss Tony just walking down the hall. I mean, he's a specimen. You can see he's built for the big leagues.
He is. I mean, he looks like somebody took a block of granite and chiseled him. You hear that cliche all the time, but it's true. I mean, I had a sit-down interview with him the other day, and just kind of sitting in a quiet room with him. And I mean, you really get the feel that this guy is a big-time football player. He passes the eye test.
Yeah, and he's also a very soft-spoken, nice young man, I have to admit.
That's having talked to him after games and whatnot before, he's you don't get that from him, but in a one-on-one, everything after games is so chaotic and rushed, but sitting with him one-on-one, you really get the feel that this is a kid who, he's tied to his roots. He comes from a good family. He's one of 6 siblings, and he's just a really good guy, and I think his home life and the people around him and his network really keep him grounded. You can get that from him, that he's a small-town guy.
Briefly, we've got some upcoming sports in this time of year. Nice volleyball is also something that we look forward to as well,
yeah,
right?
Nice, kind of another thing with the attention on St. Johns County. Volleyball has not been one of those sports that's had a lot of attention on it, have not won a state championship, a county program, until a couple years ago with Nice, and Nice has just been dominant, have not lost a district match in well over 4 years, and have not gotten beat by a county team in that time as well. So really, we've got football, St. Augustine, the Dynasty, and Nice, and volleyball, the same thing.
We also do well in swimming and golf, I understand.
Yeah, we've got some good sports all across. I mean, the minor sports tend to get a little bit lost in the shuffle of the football shadow, but nonetheless, I mean, Bartram Trail won a state championship in boys golf years a couple years ago. Lynn Matisse is a PGA golfer, played at Nice, and we've just got so many good athletes, minor sports as well.
We got to have you back. There's a lot we could drill down into on these topics individually. Learn more about the golf, learn more about the swimming, a little more about Nice, and of course, we can always talk football. Justin.
Always talk about football.
Can we have you back sometime?
Absolutely. It's great to be here.
It'd really be great to have you again. Justin Barney with the St. Augustine Record Sports Department. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You've been Airborne with Matt Jeffs on staugustine.com, bringing interesting people from your world so you can stay dialed into your community and the folks who make it tick. See you next time, everybody.
Airborne rock.